Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Chiefs, where we BS about the Chiefs. We had preseason week 1 against the Bears. Starters looked great. Mahomes came out 6 for 7. The one throw he missed was just a hair ahead of MVS for a touch. What would have been a beautiful touchdown.
Yeah,
smooth as butter.
Yeah,
with that
to do that on a crappy field was nice.
Yeah, for sure. Running game started a little slow. They kind of picked it up a little bit, but
Clyde
had
a good run.
We're not known for the run.
We were using
Andy Reid, so
I think fullback run was nice, man.
That fullback, yeah, he looked good. You know what's funny is every time I see a fullback in a Chiefs uniform, I instantly think it's Sherman out there, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, Sherman's not there anymore.
Yeah, no, this is the Sausage Junior.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like him.
Like in jersey, anyway. It's like
in jersey,
in helmet and pads.
Yeah,
he definitely does look like another Sherman.
The shovel pass for a TD to Blake Bell.
KC special, baby.
Yeah, that works every time.
That TE shovel
and
pass.
On that same play, we saw Creed take out just 3 guys.
So do we just
Creed was eating out there, dude.
Do we call him the lawnmower? Is that what we should call him? Because he just mows
bulldozer. It's just the bulldozer. I don't know.
Do we play the Rams this year?
Do we play the West? Wait, do we play the West? We do, don't we?
I think we do.
First game, we open up against the Cardinals. Yeah, we play the West, the NFC West.
Ooh, that'll be a matchup. That will be a matchup.
Yeah, dude, against Donald. Oh baby.
Yeah. We have them on November 27th.
Dang, of course they gave us the late
game. Play the Eagles?
No. We only play one NFC division, so that's going to be the West.
Those 2 defensive tackles look fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
But more of that in our Eagles special that we're not gonna.
Is that right, Nakobe Dean?
Sorry,
he's a linebacker. God damn it, Jordan Davis is our big boy up the middle. Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox.
There you go.
Fletcher Cox.
It's a nasty line, man.
Yeah. Excited for it, and Hargrave's there too.
So
anyways, that's the Eagles. This is about the Chiefs. Okay,
Chiefs talk.
Let's talk about.
He started it. I didn't start this shit.
You're right. Let's talk about Chris Jones getting up there for a sack.
Yeah,
Chris Jones
look good.
Beast.
Chris Jones, that first defensive drive.
That a sack or a tackle for a loss?
That was a sack. That's a sack. He wrapped up field.
Sack.
The first drive on defense looked great. We had two nice stops on the run, and then we had the sack with Chris Jones. So 3 and out.
Yeah, I mean the starters and backups didn't really give up anything.
Yeah, it wasn't until the third quarter that it.
Not until the third stringers were in there.
Yeah,
but I think a lot of the Bears' second stringers were still rocking.
So
it looks like Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's going to be the starter. He came out. He was the first running back out there.
He didn't look bad either. He looked fine.
No, he looked fine. It started a little slow, but he had a nice little run there. One of those plays on that drive.
And Pacheco came out didn't play after the starters left, so that's a good sign for him.
Yeah, he had 2 carries.
Let's pay attention. Definitely pay attention to how those carries are split through the next 2 games too.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that they're both of them get usage throughout the season. It seems like.
Yeah, but I don't think Clyde's gonna.
They really seem to like Pacheco a whole lot.
Yeah, I do too. So
hey, and honestly, with injuries we've seen with Clyde, it's not a bad idea to have more bodies back there that get the ball on a regular. I think
let's have 3 really good running backs. Why not?
Yeah, McKinnon.
Why not?
Now, I was disappointed with Gore's day. Gore didn't do
but
kind of division, but
Hey, McKinnon, though, you know,
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, yeah.
actually, I don't know if he did too much, but fuck, what he did in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, McKinnon seemed to be a
So-
lock.
Ronald Jones doesn't look like he's making this team.
No.
No, Gore and Jones they're not making this team.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
Gore would be,
must
he's an
carry
outside
forward.
looking in guy after game one,
Mhm.
but I could still see him making, because a lot of times we do keep 4 backs, running backs. So I could see him holding on to that 4th slot.
On the main roster?
I think last year we did. Yeah, because we had 4 last year.
Yeah, we had
Ave,
Williams.
McKinnon, Williams, and Gore, and then
I
Burton
think
as well.
but I think one of the major differences is I think one of those running back slots is going to get given to a wide receiver.
Yeah, because Watson. Speaking
Yeah.
of
Man.
He
Watson,
might end up carrying 6.
Oh,
We
Watson looked good.
those young receivers, I could still see us stashing on the practice squad though, because we tend
Yeah.
to do that a lot. Unless they're really good, we see them be really good on special teams. Then they probably, like you said, probably do take over a slot for one of the running backs. Because I mean, you're not going to play McKinnon on special teams or Clyde.
No.
So, and Gore doesn't. I mean, I think he played a little special teams last year.
Might be able to. Why not?
Yeah.
Do it.
So I think that's where it comes down to for the receivers and the depth running backs is special teams contributions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which definitely spells doom for Josh Gordon. Because he's
Yeah.
not making this team.
I keep seeing reports he's probably not making the team either.
Yeah, no, it
He
does not.
He does not contribute on special teams.
No, yeah, I agree.
And that wide receiver room is crowded right now.
It
Yeah,
really
he's gonna
is.
have to leapfrog.
There's just no upside to him at this point.
No, I mean it's all.
Yeah, I mean, if we were getting a ready to go number 1 or number 2 guy, that's one thing.
You know where
Yeah.
he should go? The Ravens. They've gotten literally nothing in their wide receiver room. Really.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, dude. Okay, well, ours is too crowded though, and it looks
And
like
it's-
we got,
Baltimore might be an easier playbook to pick up too for him.
yeah,
This might be a lot of verbiage he's not familiar with in this one.
so, you know,
Yeah, and you really only have to pretend like you're going to get the ball thrown to you.
Yeah.
yeah, because
I root for Josh Gordon just because I think he's had a very
It looks like-
unfair.
freaking Justin Watson. Is that it looks like he's I'd rather have him right now.
Yeah.
Right.
That, dude, that touchdown catch was sick, man.
Yeah. If he has another if week 2 or I mean either if he has one more good performance like he did on this last weekend, he could make the number 5 slot easy.
Right, yeah. You could,
So-
we need number 5, right? So
I mean, it'd be nice. Reed likes to switch out those receivers a lot. So
Yeah.
man.
him and B enemy.
Get a young dude who's hungry for it. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna be
Oh.
kind of crazy because, like, what if you've got like 4 or 5 guys who are all of like pretty similar? I'm not saying Watson's as good as like Juju or MVS, but you've got 5 guys who are of similar skill, who can all do different things,
Mhm.
and like, you have crazy packages where you don't know like who the number 1 is on any given play because they're just
Yeah. Who do
Yes.
you double?
it's a different
Yeah.
receiver set every. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's why
it's-
it's gonna make our offense hopefully more unpredictable, which is
Yeah, that's
could be just an upside of losing Tyreek. Not that, I'm happy about it, but it could be,
Well,
They don't
we
know what
lost
we're-
Tyreek, so obviously we're terrible. So
yeah, no, I think we'll be all right.
yeah. No, I like that. I like the thing you put in the chat earlier, where when does the narrative shift to Patrick has too many weapons?
oh
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Right,
it was
right.
funny because I had actually just seen that and was about to send it right when you sent
That's
that.
funny. That's
was like,
funny.
oh,
Yeah, I saw
might
that.
have
And I
got
was
there
like,
anyway.
I mean, it's not wrong.
No, I mean,
It's never about Pat. It's about what Pat has around him.
we've
Yes.
seen so many teams do this with top end receivers and be just fine. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah, as long as if your quarterback is that good, like
yeah,
he'll find a guy. He'll find a
Yeah, I
guy
mean-
to throw it to. Like,
like the Steelers constantly rotate out their number 1 receiver. I mean, the Packers, the Patriots with Brady did it a lot.
yeah,
Peyton Manning
yeah.
never, after Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison, he kept making superstars out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, Pierre Garçon made a shit ton of money based on
Oh,
Peyton
man.
Manning, dude. Like, and Pierre Garçon was a good
He was a
receiver.
good, he was a good like 2 or slot, you know,
Yeah, but
like
that dude got
he's
paid
good.
number 1 money by
I know.
Washington.
I don't know if he was
Right.
ever a number one, but he was very consistent. He was
Yeah.
he was a good wide receiver,
Yeah, and I mean, I think he was a 5th round pick.
right?
So, dude, you can
Don't
find
fall.
talented receivers in every draft. It's just how well your evaluators are at finding them, and I think the Chiefs have done a pretty decent job of
There's
finding
still guys
players
right now. Huh.
that can contribute. So,
yeah.
All
Let's
right.
talk since we're still on offense. Let's Bouchel. He looked pretty accurate out there.
Yeah.
He looked good. He
Yeah,
impressed me again.
I'd like to see a lot more of him in the preseason.
Yeah.
I think he's probably a roster lock at this point. I mean, I know last year teams tried to snipe him off of our practice squad, and we
Mhm.
elevated him to prevent that. And I didn't see anything that would change their mind.
There's a lot of calls for him to be our number 2 guy. I mean, you're only basing that off of one game, but
Right.
Yeah, and I
right.
mean, you're at the stage now where I'm not upset with not having. I wouldn't be upset by not having a veteran backup.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't really need that tutelage anymore from his
Mhm.
backup in my eyes. Like, you don't need a Matt Moore. Chad Henney's nice because
Right.
he's
What
kinda-
year is this for Michelle?
second or
He's
third.
second or third. Yeah, it's
No, I don't want him as the backup.
I'm fine with him. I just think that he's a lock to be at
Number
least
3, fine.
on the roster. Yeah. But what I'm saying, I just don't think that we're at the point. Obviously, unless there's an injury, I don't think that Mahomes has anything to learn from a Chad Henne.
this is his second season.
Okay, then yeah, probably you look at Henne.
Keeping the veteran a little longer.
Yeah, Henne. But
But I
next
don't-
year,
I mean, I think we're gonna have, Andy Reid developing this young QB that he's able to turn into a nice trade piece for us.
Yeah, I mean, he could potentially be
He's
a
gonna
nice
do-
trade piece.
Do what Belichick did with, some of
Any
their guys.
number of quarterbacks.
it's
Yeah,
just what
with
Andy Reid
Garoppolo
does.
and Brissett and just
Andy
guys who's
Reid-
able to make look
Matt
good.
Castle.
That's what I just
Matt
said.
Castle.
Oh, I
But
didn't
hey,
hear you.
look,
I'm sorry.
Andy Reid did it with AJ Feely, Kevin Kolb. He even got draft picks out of McNabb after his last.
Right. So
So Andy's very much alive in that getting value out of quarterbacks. I mean,
Right.
he can develop a quarterback. And
The dude got to the playoffs with Jeff Garcia as his quarterback after the Niners had moved on from him. And I want
Wow.
to say the Bucks ended up signing Jeff Garcia to be a starter.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Look how that worked out. So
yeah, Andy, this system can manipulate a quarterback's value, I think. It can make him look more
for sure.
appealing
Oh,
to other
Andy
teams.
Reid. Andy Reid can do that for you.
Yeah.
And that's why when you put Andy Reid with a guy who's like truly talented like Mahomes, it gets Super Bowl. That's
Yep.
that's what you see.
So speaking of Reed, different Reed, Justin Reed, got to kick a
Hey.
PAT
Man,
in the game.
that 65-yarder he hit in practice was incredible. And then him being able to go out. Cause like the one thing people were saying when he hit that 65 yards, like, oh, well, nobody was holding it for him. It wasn't in
Yeah,
game. Like, that's so great. But like, try to go. And then he did. He went out and he was like, all right, well, let me hit this extra point, which I know isn't 65 yards, but it's something. Like it's.
I was reading too. He was doing some kicking when he was with the Texans as well. Not
Makes
in
sense.
game, but
Yeah.
in practice.
so yeah, in practices and stuff.
Okay.
So
Totally makes
I mean, yeah, he's
But never bad to have that backup kicker spot filled,
Exactly.
Anything could happen. And at least we got
that,
to
I loved the commentators didn't even realize it at first, and then they slowly are like, wait a second.
Like, is Justin Reed got to kick an extra point?
Right. I don't think they realized it until it went through the upright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just a cool one to see. They're out there having fun, and
Yeah.
That
And it
was
was cool
great.
that Andy gave him that
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the preseason's for.
exactly.
Exactly.
Build
Like,
that camaraderie right there. And you got this guy who's new on your team. You pay him much money, make him happy,
Oh, huge team building moment right there.
Mhm.
that, and it gives it because there's a lot of questions because he's taking over for a very popular player.
Mhm,
You know, and
exactly.
that can help build his popularity to the fan base. And I think that that's awesome. You know, give the more exposure the fan base has to fun moments of Justin Reed, I think the better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
But yeah, so defense, Karloftis and Chanel.
happy what I saw from them.
Pretty,
Same.
yeah.
Same. Karloftis looked explosive. Like
Yeah. Chanel on it has in good condition. It was in good condition. He played a lot.
Mhm.
Special teams and defense combined. He was out there the majority of.
he still has some things to learn.
Oh,
but he
absolutely.
definitely looked pretty decent out there.
And what I liked about Chanel, like when they first were talking to him, was that he was open about those. You know, he wasn't sitting there being like trying to hide the fact that he needs to work on pass coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make no mistake, you're going to see that dude in blitz packages.
And I liked
Yeah.
he looked explosive out there on that tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
Blew it up. So
Right. And he's a linebacker.
so I think
We don't got him there
it's
for pass coverage.
It's just going to be a question on like how they develop him. Like,
yeah.
do you want him to just improve on the things he's good at? Well, then you're probably gonna have to turn him into an end. Or
Yeah.
a
Maybe.
pass.
I mean,
like-
is it as bad as watching Justin Houston cover a guy on a deep route?
It's probably
Named
It's probably
Antonio
right
Brown.
around the same.
yeah. I mean, from what I hear, he has got to get better at coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
His practice
that-
reps have not been good. as
that
far-
was a story about Bolton last year as well. Bolton was
Bolton, yep.
he was a big thumper and he was a good tackler and good in the run game coming out of college. And so
yeah.
that was one of the things that he needed to work on. And I think he still has room to grow in that department as well.
Yeah.
So that's the area I'm concerned about with our linebacking core. I think that Willie Gay is the only one that's,
Can cover.
that's a plus.
But I mean,
plus
they
defender
did
coverage.
fine. They
So
did all right last year.
Willie had a good game when he was in there too.
He did. But man, I love that. Man, Bolton and Gay seems to be a
Nice
great
tandem.
tandem.
good tandem.
Got him in the same year. So we're gonna have these guys for a little bit. Although that also means
Oh, we're gonna have to make a choice, aren't we?
We're gonna, yeah.
No, they were back to back years.
Are they
Willie
back
Gay-
to back years?
Yeah.
I thought they're both in the second year.
No, both.
This guy's
Willie's in
third?
his third year. He got hurt his rookie year.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
He didn't play much his rookie year, but so that's what I like is you have three linebackers right now that are all young and on their rookies contracts growing together. So
Yep. Man, all right. We will have to make a try. Yeah, I don't know if we can pay three of them though.
unless you believe that Madden rating, then I mean you might not have to pay Willie Gay much. to keep him.
Yeah, that's for 75.
Yeah, they may not cost. Yeah, it depends on how much they cost, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So, I hope so. I like building up to,
yeah,
paying guys that we drafted
draft. I'd like to see them all get second
and
contract.
developed. Yeah,
You know,
they do.
Probably, I mean, well, we get Frank Clark off the books, and
Well, we didn't.
probably
we
gonna
didn't-
get Chris Jones off the books. I don't know how many years he has left.
You still got a few. I mean, it hasn't been that long since he signed.
Frank
up.
isn't
I guess it's been a couple.
Frank
but-
isn't cost prohibitive anymore now that we.
That's true. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it is on a 1 year. Chris Jones
Mhm.
is on that bigger deal, but I don't think that they're in a
Frank is
position.
more than a rookie contract, though.
What's
Yes.
that?
I said
No.
Frank is still more than a rookie contract, though.
Yeah, but he's about what you would pay for a player. You know, now it's not an overpay at Frank.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's
He's just
the
not getting-
production that you get and
Right.
stuff. So
No,
So,
I'm just saying that's a spot that we'll save some money at.
yeah,
so
Like,
Chris Jones has this year and next year on his contract.
Yeah.
I just don't think we're in a position to move on from Chris Jones yet.
No, not yet, but I mean that's something we're gonna have to solve through the draft, most likely.
Yeah, I could see Jones getting another deal.
Yeah, I mean,
How
we'll
old
see
is
how he does this year. Let's see how he does. He's still got more years on that contract. Let's
How
see
old
how
is
he plays it out.
Chris Jones. Chris Jones. Chris Jones is 28.
so he'll be 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, these days, and he'll probably start looking for that contract at the end of this year.
Yeah, he could. So
Yeah, possibly.
Look for
it
an
just depends on how
extension.
well he does.
depending
Yeah.
on how
Yeah,
big of a
extension.
year he has, we might give him that deal and have it front loaded.
Just keep him in the middle, please.
When he's not at the end, he's
not-
great. So
I
I
think
think,
do not
he
try to
realizes that.
Yeah, I think he realized it
And I'm not
halfway
even-
through the season last year.
That's why we
I'm not
got
even opposed to
Karlaftis and
Chris
done
Jones sliding out to the end for a couple plays here and there. I mean, I like keeping the defense honest and making them figure out where he is, but then doesn't every down end, it didn't work.
No.
that. There.
The majority of his
No.
snaps should come from that tackle with 1 or 2 sprinkled across at end.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Well,
Alright, yeah.
Chris Jones is fast, but he's not like beating the tackle fast.
No, yeah, he doesn't have enough in his arsenal too. I mean, he's a 2-move guy.
Yeah.
He uses that bull rush and then a little sweep of that arms.
Apparently, he's quite a bit faster this year. Like they say,
Hopefully.
I mean, I'm thinking Clark will be too because he looked slimmed down.
Yeah, Clark looks good.
Yeah. Physically, he did. Him and Orlando both. Orlando came down. Slimmed
It'd be
down.
nice to have that explosive defensive line again.
Absolutely.
Because I don't like. I feel like it's been a little weak since our Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they haven't been getting after the guys quite as well. And like just watching them try to get after Burrow and Allen in the playoffs, and Burrow and
It
Allen
hurt me.
just slipping away from our guys every single time. It's like us just being like fingertip away from him.
Yeah.
I mean, we were
So-
bottom of the league in sacks, weren't we? Or close to it.
Close.
I don't
To,
know if
we
we
had
were-
to have been.
I don't know if we were bottom of the league, but we could have done better
Yeah.
for sure.
I think we will this year.
Yeah.
Got a bunch
Yeah.
of
Man,
look
I
like
hope.
fucking quarterback, so
It seems like we have more depth as well.
a lot more depth.
Yeah.
So, I think our line should do better.
Yeah. I mean, those are things you can build depth whenever you're not paying one receiver 25, 26 million a year.
Yeah.
You can fill out the roster a little better. So
True.
that's the plus.
We
to
were the 4th worst team in sacks last year.
yeah.
That's bad. We need more sacks.
We had
Yeah,
31. Hey, the Falcons, I only had 18. So
It's about right.
Yeah, but we don't want to be the Falcons.
no, I know. Well, hey, the Eagles was the 2nd to worst. So
Yeah.
Feels like that's going to be different this year.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, there was also
Same with
injury-
the Lions were the 3rd worst, and I feel like they're
Amen.
on their way up too. So
That dude looks terrifying.
he was
Yeah.
also a bright spot in Hard
Hard
Knocks.
Knocks. He was great.
yeah.
Loved watching
Yeah,
them.
Billie Jean was great.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Well, I think that's all we've got for Chiefs news this week.
That is.
Till next weekend.
Yeah.
Don't
When are they back in camp tomorrow?
Yeah, probably. I would
It's
assume.
It's
tomorrow,
Monday.
I
Get the fuck back in there. Take
Yeah.
that out.
Dude.
Yeah, rest it. Okay.
So yeah. You got a question for the Chiefs fans, B?
Question I do have for Chiefs fans is, I mean, it's gonna be the running back room. I mean, running back and wide receiver room. Which do we keep 4 running backs or do we keep 6 receivers on the roster? What's your thought? I think I agree with what Sneaky said based on what we saw week 1 of the preseason. It looks like should lean more towards the receivers because more of them looked impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But week 2 could show it. The running backs could show out and completely change that. So that's what I'm looking at for my question.
Yeah, good question.
So, hey, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks.
Sam's favorite bell.
Oh, dude, he loves it. He loves it more than Blake Bell.
You know, I'm gonna put a bell
Okay.
over Sam's
No.
head just for
No.
whenever you say
Blake Bell's the only bell I want to hear.
it.
Not some stupid notification on my phone about a video that I'm gonna open up YouTube later on in the day anyways and see. Like I don't even know about right when it comes out.
But that way they'll know when
Stop
to
it.
open the app.
Yeah.
So,
In the intro, his name should be the Bell.
I mean,
Sam the Bell page.
it's not the worst thing I've ever been called.
Sure. I've known him for way too long. I know all of his secrets.
It does, yeah.
all of them.
Well, yeah, Tim's called me most of those worst things. So.